Hi, I just want to do a little quick video. I just want to talk about, what I've been going through lately, regarding, the spiritual journey I'm on. But ultimately, what I want to get out there first, I want to talk about what the real self is. Now, the real self is very important. The real self is not the separation, is not the bodies, is not the family history. Those are just our experiences, you see. The real self is the infinity of everything. There's one infinity. What oneness means, a lot of people don't know what oneness means. What oneness means is there's one infinity and you're it. Right? That's the true self. And this is the self that I identify myself as with. I don't identify myself as any form, as any of the illusions in that, because I know that would hold me back spiritually. I don't want anything holding me back. I had a rough enough time being an asleep human for long enough. I don't want that anymore. So I don't identify. Whenever anyone talks about chakras or form it's all illusion. But the little sheep like the illusions. You see, makes them feel safe. That's just the way it is. Because when it's time to wake up, it's time to be a warrior. It's time to be to face the biggest devil in themselves, and that's yourself. The biggest devil that you'll ever face is you. And when it's time to wake up, when I had this awakening, the first thing that basically happened is facing the worst elements of yourself you can ever imagine, and it's it's not easy. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not. And this is the way it was for me. And that's the way it is. You've got to face yourself. Everyone could wake up if they were willing to do that. But if you're not willing to do something, then you're not going to do something. That's the way it is. Nothing happens by accident. Nothing happens by accident. And you're doing whatever you're doing right now. You mean everything you're doing right now. That's what I realised from this awakening. That when people say they're having a joke with you, they're not. Most people are liars, you see. Most people are tell lies all the time. So when someone said, no one is ever, any time is joking with anything that they're saying. Everything message is subconscious. It's a subliminal thing, right? That's what people are like. So even if they say they're joking, no, they're not actually joking. They're actually giving you a message subconsciously. And then they're not liking what they've just said. So oh, I'm joking, but really deep down they're not joking. Everything is serious. People are serious and they mean what they say, and they mean what they do. So remember that in everything that you're doing. Very good point that I'm glad that I got out there. And regarding this path, it just gets. It feels like it's going higher, but what's actually happening is I'm actually just going within myself. Because everything is in fact within you. There's nothing out there. I hear people sometimes, and this is actually a testament, to my spiritual maturity now. I used to get so caught up in arguments with people when I first started going through this experience. But now, I find myself, I'm actually very aware now that it's not worth getting involved, because I'm very good judge now of situations, and I can tell if someone's too asleep to even talk to. So sometimes, I'll be very quiet, but it's because the people that are present are not awakened enough, you see. So I won't say a word. A wise man once said nothing. And so that's what I do. Because I've learned, I've realised, I've found myself in situations in the past, and I've learned the hard way that don't get involved, because some people are never going to understand you. Because they're asleep, right? If people are going by the separation, this is the lower dimensional way of perceiving reality. When you wake up, everything becomes one. That's why, and everything becomes a reflection. But I've learned to realise that, to see these signs of these kind of people, and don't say anything. So if you've just had an awakening, if you're watching this, you know, don't do it, because you'll find yourself in situations that you regret. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you know, if someone's asleep, they're asleep, and there's nothing you can, you can't push it along anymore. You know, because at the end of the day, silence is actually louder. Actually, I know I find myself in situations where I'm actually silent around people, and then I start seeing changes in them, and that's because I've been silent. The energy has been louder. That's what happens. That's the power of silence. You see, the power of silence is that when you're actually more silent, people can feel you a lot more. They can feel your vibration and stuff. They can feel your energy. When you're yapping all the time, you know, a load of rubbish, they're not feeling, you see. They're too concentrated on what you're saying. And as we evolve with this awakening that's unfolding, we'll return to our natural divine state and be more like, you know, communicating through energy, which is going on. Real telepathy, which is heart-to-heart connections with each other. And you know, maybe under 100 years from now, you know, you'll have a brand new world. You probably will, as we're ascending. You know, once you've got enough people in government that are awake, you know, eventually there's going to be a big change in the system. You know, the system I don't think is going to exist eventually. I don't think you have to. It takes much working out either. You know, you just have to look at the way things are going. I can see the way it's going and the awakening, and you know, once enough people are into this thing, once enough people are awakened, there won't be any system, because the people will then realise that they are the system, that they make the system. You see, the people are asleep. People are in this illusion that the system has got power over them, but the truth of the matter is that the system, it's you with the power. It's the people with the power, and it's very, very obvious to me. It's very obvious to see. I think I actually knew this before I had any awakening experience. When I was in my early 20s, I used to think this, that the power was with the people, but that's just the way it is. It's with the people. But anyway, I think I'll just end it soon. I just wanted to do a little video. I wanted to talk about the real self. That everything is just your reflections. Everything is of course holographic. That's for a different video. But everything is infinite. There's one infinity going on, and you're it. So what you're perceiving is a perceptual illusion. You see, that's what reality is. A perceptual state that manifests from nothingness, as I say in my videos. What nothingness is, once it peaks nothingness, it's basically like electric love, light energy, euphoric, sensual kind of love energy, and this manifests into a perceptual state of awareness. So you think that you've got a body, you think that there's separation, you think that all this stuff's going on. That's what it is, just a perceptual state of awareness. A perceptual illusion. That's what reality is. And everything you do is twisting that reality. Everything you think about it, you know, every which way you look at things, look at angles. Everything is just a mirror. You know, and reality just responds to that. Reality is just your exact mirror. It's nothing to do with your words, it's to do with your psyche. How, you know, your deepest feelings of things, and that manifests your reality. Right, I think I'll just end it there. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.